Episode 7, A Date. Welcome to Helen's Journey. Improve your English skills through this exciting story about Helen, an Ethiopian-American girl exploring Ethiopia and trying to find her birth family. Brought to you by the U.S. Embassy to Ethiopia. The U.S. invests in Ethiopians. Episode 7, A Date. Welcome back, friends. Previously on Helen's Journey, our Ethiopian-American researcher, Helen, met the student council president, Zegai, at the library. Now he's calling her to ask her a question. What is he going to ask her? Let's listen and find out.
Hello?
Hi, Helen?
Yes.
I'm Zegai. We met at the library.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Just got back from a trip to Jigjiga.
Nice. I would love to hear about it. I'm calling because I wanted to invite you to dinner.
Oh.
Can we go out sometime?
Yes, that would be great.
Perfect. When are you free?
Well, I leave tomorrow for Gambella for my research, so I am free tonight or after I get back from Gambella next week.
I don't want to wait till next week. Can we meet tonight?
Okay.
Where do you live?
Kazanchis?
Okay, great. I can meet you around there and we can go to dinner. Are you willing to give Ethiopian food another chance?
Of course. I told you it was growing on me.
Fantastic. I will call you around 7 when I am in Kazanchis.
Okay. See you tonight.
Bye.
Wow. Helen and Zegai have a date. Khalid is going to be heartbroken when he finds out. Where's Khalid? We haven't seen him in a while. Looks like he's at home talking to Alamayu. What are they talking about? Let's listen and find out.
Hello, how are you? I haven't seen you since you got back from Jigjiga.
Hey, I'm okay. You have been really busy. We are never at home at the same time.
Oh yeah, with my classes and my reporting for the student newsletter, I have been pretty busy this week. How was Jigjiga?
It was good. Our research went really well. I was nervous about Helen in the villages. I wasn't sure how she would react because it's probably so different from what she is used to. But she was fine. She ate the food. She was friendly to the residents. She's so wonderful.
Still lovesick for her?
Yeah.
I'm more interested in hearing about the Somali region and your research than your girl problem.
I need a new housemate. Someone who will discuss my girl problems with me.
Oh no. I need this room. If I must listen to your girl problems, I will.
No. It's okay. You are right. I shouldn't focus on Helen so much. I need to focus on our research and my classes. If I want to be a professor, I can't let one woman completely distract me from achieving my goals.
Exactly.
The Somali region is really interesting. I'm really grateful I got to travel there. Tomorrow we leave for Gambella. How's your work going?
Well, I have been working on a story about the cafeteria protests. I interviewed some of the students organizing the protest. The student council president, Zegai, was not happy with me. Something is going on with him.
Zegai. Helen met him at the library. She asked me about him because she likes him.
Tell her he is no good. There is something about him that is dishonest. I can feel it.
I don't know. It's not really my business. Also, you don't have evidence he is dishonest. You only have a feeling.
I will get evidence. Then I will write about it. Then you can show her the article.
Okay. I will wait for the publication of your report.
Anyway, he confronted me about interviewing those students. It was strange. I've been trying to call the food supplier to get a quote from them, but nobody is answering my phone calls.
Can you go directly to their office?
I plan to. I'm trying to locate it. I've talked to some of the cafeteria staff, but they don't work for the food supplier. They work for the university. They don't know where the food supplier is located.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to ask the cafeteria staff when the supplier delivers food. Then I will wait outside the kitchen and try to talk to one of the delivery drivers.
You are like a detective. What if there is no story? What if you are spending all this time and effort and there is nothing suspicious?
I'm getting experience. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe nothing inappropriate is happening. But I have to follow my instincts.
It just seems like a small story compared to what is happening in our country. Ethnic conflict, poverty.
How can we solve big problems in Ethiopia if we can't even solve the small problems in our community?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I believe that change happens locally. I don't have much influence on these big problems like ethnic violence and poverty, but I can have an influence on this campus. So I need to do what I can.
You sound like Helen. She yelled at me for not voting in the student council election. She said the student council affects me as a student.
Maybe this girl Helen is worth all this trouble after all. Maybe you should pursue her. She's right about voting.
Yeah, I know it's important. I guess I just feel overwhelmed by how big some of the problems are. It makes me just want to focus on my own life.
Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change you want to see in the world."
So you are being the change? By standing outside a kitchen and interviewing delivery drivers?
I know it sounds stupid, but yes.
It doesn't sound stupid. It's just boring.
People think political change is glamorous and revolutionary. Sometimes it is, I guess. But revolutions are often violent, and they don't always go according to plan. In reality, we can take small steps that will build up to big change. For me, that's journalism. I want to write stories that reveal the truth.
About cafeteria food?
For now, yes. For now, this is what I have to do. It might not seem that important, but it's giving me experience. Someday, I will write about bigger things.
Well, it's admirable. I'm sorry for insulting your story.
I'm not offended. I like having these kinds of discussions.
That's good. I'm happy the university has someone like you here. Someone to monitor the small things.
Thanks, brother.
Alamayu is very passionate about the truth, and Khalid is still passionate about Helen. Let's see how her date with Zegai is going. They're at a restaurant. Are they having a good time? Let's listen and find out.
That's crazy. That didn't really happen.
It did, I swear.
I don't believe you.
But I have a proof.
What proof?
I have a scar.
Show me.
In this restaurant, I can't take my shirt off here. It's on my shoulder.
So a camel bit your shoulder?
Yes, they can be mean.
I had no idea. I was just in the Somali region and I saw a lot of camels. They seemed very gentle to me.
Well, I was a teenager. Maybe I wasn't treating the camel too well.
Ah, so you deserved the bite.
Yeah, I deserved it. But I am still afraid of camels now.
Where did that happen?
Harar.
Oh, I'm excited to go there. It's one of the places I am traveling to for my research.
You will love Harar. Just be nice to the camels and don't make my mistakes. Are you traveling to all those places alone?
No, I'm traveling with my research partner, Khalid. He's really cool. I'm happy to be traveling with Khalid. He helps with the research and coordinating the visit. Also, I have someone to talk to in the evening after we finish our field work.
I might be jealous of him. He gets to spend so much time with you.
Khalid and I are just research partners. And friends.
Good, because I like you. How is the food?
It's really good. Am I eating it right? My injera skills still aren't that good.
You are doing very well.
My mom and dad in the U.S. would be shocked to see me eating with my hands like this.
Americans eat with their hands. Hamburgers, pizza, sandwiches.
Yes, some food we eat with our hands. But we don't eat stew with our hands like this. What do you call the stews again? What?
What?
What? This one. This what is my favorite.
That's dorowat. It's one of Ethiopia's most famous dishes. We usually only have it on holidays, but I wanted you to try it tonight, to share the best of Ethiopia with you.
That's very thoughtful. Thank you for bringing me here. I am enjoying it.
It's my pleasure.
Looks like they are having a good date. Maybe Alamayu is wrong about Zegai and he really is a good guy. Or maybe Helen is wrong and Zegai is actually a bad guy. We'll have to listen to future episodes and find out. Now, for an English language lesson. Time for vocabulary. Let's look at 5 words from the story. Our first vocabulary term is residence. Khalid said,
I was nervous about Helen in the villages. I wasn't sure how she would react because it's probably so different from what she's used to. But she was fine. She ate the food. She was friendly to the residents.
resident is a noun that means someone who lives in a particular place. Helen was friendly to the people who live in the villages of the Somali region, the residents. Our second vocabulary word is evidence. Khalid and Alamayu said,
Taylor is no good. There is something about him that is dishonest. I can feel it.
I don't know. It's not really my business. Also, you don't have evidence he's dishonest. You only have a feeling.
I will get evidence. Then I will write about it. Then you can show her the article.
Evidence is a noun that means something which shows that something else exists or is true. Alamayu believes that Zagai is dishonest, but Khalid responds that he doesn't have anything to show that that is true. Alamayu insists he will find things to show that it's true. He'll find the evidence. The third vocabulary word is poverty. Khalid said,
It just seems like a small story compared to what's happening in our country. Ethnic conflict, poverty.
Poverty is a noun that means the state of being poor. Khalid thinks that people who are in the state of being poor, who are in poverty, is a more important news story than the cafeteria food news story. Our fourth vocabulary word is directly. Alamayu and Khalid said,
Anyway, he confronted me about interviewing those students. It was strange. I've been trying to call the food suppliers to get a quote from them, but nobody is answering my phone calls.
Can you go directly to their office?
Directly is an adverb that in this situation means straight from a source with nothing in between. Alamayu can't contact the food supplier office on the phone, so Khalid suggests he go straight or directly without using the phone. And the fifth vocabulary term is lovesick. Khalid is telling Alamayu about how Helen was comfortable in the villages in the Somali region.
She's so wonderful.
Still lovesick for her?
Yeah.
Lovesick is an adjective that means unhappy because of love. Feeling weak, foolish, or unhappy because someone you love does not love you. Alamayu is asking Khalid if he is still feeling in love with Helen and sad because she doesn't return his love. Time for expressing yourself in English. Asking someone on a date. Zegai calls Helen to ask her on a date. A date is usually considered a meeting between people who are romantically interested in each other as more than just friends. How does Zegai ask Helen on a date?
Nice. I would love to hear about it. I'm calling because I wanted to invite you to dinner.
Oh,
Can we go out sometime?
yes, that would be great.
Perfect. When are you free?
Well, I leave tomorrow for Gambella for my research, so I am free tonight or after I get back from Gambella next week.
There are many ways to ask someone on a date. Zegai uses a very direct approach. He asks Helen if she wants to go out sometime. When she says yes, he confirms a time by asking when Helen is free. Free in this situation means when she is available. Next time you want to ask someone on a date, say, "Can we go out sometime?" and "When are you free?" Time for grammar. Adverbs. This episode has a lot of adverbs that end in ly. Adverbs are words that describe verbs or adjectives. A lot of adverbs end in ly. Let's look at some examples.
Hey, I'm okay. You have been really busy. We are never at home at the same time.
In this example, really is an adverb that is describing the adjective busy. Really is an intensifying adverb like very. Khalid uses it to make busy stronger. Another example.
No, it's okay. You're right. I shouldn't focus on Helen so much. I need to focus on our research in my classes. If I want to be a professor, I can't let one woman completely distract me from achieving my goals.
In this example, completely is an adverb describing the verb distract. Completely is an adverb of degree, like almost, somewhat, entirely, etc. It means in every possible way. So Khalid is saying that he can't let Helen distract him in every possible way. Let's look at one more example of an adverb.
That's doro wet. It's one of Ethiopia's most famous dishes. We usually only have it on holidays.
Usually is an adverb of frequency. In this example, it describes how often people eat dorowat. Usually means almost always or most of the time. Zegai is telling Helen that most of the time, dorowat is eaten on holidays. What other adverbs do you know? Time for facts on American culture and education. Utensils for eating in the U.S. On Helen and Zegai's date, they eat dinner at an Ethiopian restaurant. Helen comments that her parents would be surprised to see her eating injera and wat with her hands. In the U.S., most food is eaten with spoons, forks, and knives. As Zegai mentions, some food, like sandwiches, are eaten by hand, but for a lot of American meals and dishes, it would be considered inappropriate to eat with your hands. Next time you meet an American, ask them what dishes they eat with their hands and what dishes they use forks and knives. Thank you for listening to Helen's Journey. We'll see you next time. The introduction and closing music, Blue Ska, is by Kevin MacLeod, Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons.
Executive Producer, Hailu Kabada. Directors, Abdullah Birru, Antaneh Brahani. Sound and Editing, Tamrat Alemu. Narrator, Timothy Green. Casts, Theodros Tasama as Alamayo. Zarihun Brahanu as Khalid. Adana Gitacho as Zagaya.